explaining this stuff. That was the problem. So
It was Clovis SUVs.
I will pull up one more screen share here because this is the seminal paper that we've been talking about, the one that came out in 2007. Evidence for an extraterrestrial impact 12,900 years ago that contributed to the megafaunal extinctions and the Younger Dryas cooling. And this is a distinguished list of names here. And I think if we look down right here, second row, we see G.A. Howard. That was our guest last week and our good friend George. And over here it says this is as I say here, the paper that started it all in 2007 by Richard B. Firestone, Alan West, James Kennett, 23 others. Of course, that didn't start it all. Brad and I were working on this for easily 10 years before, but this was the first hardcore pedigreed scientific team that went out and actually confirmed some of the ideas that we had been exploring for at least a decade. So this is what it says: a carbon-rich black layer. Carbon-rich black layer dating to 12.9 thousand years ago has been previously identified at 50 Clovis age sites across North America and appears contemporaneous with the abrupt onset of Younger Dryas cooling. The in situ bones of extinct Pleistocene megafauna, along with Clovis tool assemblages, occur below this black matte layer, but not within or above it. Causes for the extinctions, Younger Dryas cooling, and the termination of Clovis culture have long been controversial. In this paper, we provide evidence for an extraterrestrial impact event at 12.9 thousand years ago, 12.9 thousand years ago, which we hypothesize caused abrupt environmental changes that contributed to wide decooling, major ecological reorganization, broad-scale extinctions, and rapid human behavioral shifts. So that was the abstract of that paper. And needless to say, it ignited a story. Take that controversy apart and look at it. And we will look at what the critics, what their response to this was. And it's interesting. And like I say, the critics, I think, had some valid points. So
a lot of their valid points have been addressed very well in responses from the Comet Research Group, right?
Well, I think it's mostly their invalid points,
right,
that have been really, and we'll get into, I mean, we'll deconstruct some of the critics. It'll be fun. Absolutely, we will. So yeah. We will go one more. I'll talk about C. Vance Haynes, who was a distinguished paleontologist for many years, who was actually one of the paleontologists that first had been studying this black matte layer. And I think we looked at a slide from the Murray Springs site last week with George that showed this black matte layer. And of course, we're going to talk about that more in other places where it has been found and studied and so on. But C. Vance Haynes, he was a paleontologist for many, many years, and very distinguished, wrote a lot of papers on the Clovis culture and on this period of time, considered one of the leading experts in the world on this time period. So he wrote a paper that came out, this was within the year, this was 2008, so this is early in the year after the publication of the Firestone paper. And his paper was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences on May 6th. If anybody wants to scholar or linkable in George's bibliography. It says, of the 97 geoarchaeological sites of his study that bridge the Pleistocene Holocene transition, or the last deglaciation, approximately two-thirds have a black organic rich layer, or black mat, with radiocarbon ages suggesting they are stratigraphic manifestations of the Younger Dryas in calendar years 12,900 to 11,600. This layer or mat covers the Clovis Age landscape, or surface, on which the last remnants of the terminal Pleistocene megafauna are recorded. Stratigraphically and chronologically, the extinction appears to have been catastrophic, seemingly too sudden extinction for either human predation or climate change to have been the primary cause. Sudden termination appears to have coincided with the sudden climatic switch from Alarod warming to Younger Dryas cooling. Recent evidence for extraterrestrial impact, although not yet compelling, needs further testing because a remarkable major perturbation occurred at 12,000 years before Pleistocene that needs to be explained. So pretty open-minded approach to it, which was not apparent in some of the attacks of the critics that came later on.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty open-minded. He said it's not compelling yet, but this
Right.
needs to be
Exactly. And, again, going back to, Carl Sagan's dictum about extraordinary claims require extraordinary proofs. And a quick aside of that, I would like some of the people that are posting claims about the thunderbolts theory and electrical. So far, I see a lot of claims in some of the discussions and comments, but nobody really presenting a coherent proof. Nobody presenting actual tangible evidence, references, and sources that can be followed up with. So, if you're going to post stuff supporting those ideas, I want to see references. I want to see names of scientists who are doing the work. And then I'd be glad to have a look at the things that I've seen so far, which suggest this. There is some merit to the idea, because we know, for example, that when bolides enter the atmosphere to Tunguska, there appears to have been electrical discharges. That's one thing. But to say that Venus came, within a few thousand miles of the Earth 3,500 years ago or whatever, that's a little bit out there. If you're going to make a claim like that, you better back it up with some and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to come here and get this balance between, okay, too outrageous on one side, but too prosaic on the other. In the middle, some totally revolutionary idea, because you basically are having to ignore the work of thousands of scientists. And I know that's in the field of authority, and ultimately that is not the final conclusive issue in the matter, how many scientists work. But you can't, on the other end, you can't just ignore that work. Yeah.
Maybe shows something new that can be tested.
Absolutely. So I think maybe we pause there, and we will continue with this discussion, and we will begin to take apart some of the peel back some of the layers of the Younger Dryas mystery in the next episode, because it's extremely interesting and profoundly important. Because I think what we're going to try to do is present the idea that younger Dryas is like the curtain that came down on 150,000 years or 200,000 years of human history. And until we raise that curtain, we're not going to be able to see what was going on there, other than just the increments that are left to us in various forms. And so we should certainly be exploring some of that civilization, right? What you see with the critics cultural evolutionary development. We really don't even look anything like ours. And then given the extremity of the planetary remodeling that has occurred, not just at the end of the last ice age, although certainly the most recent, some of the most severe, we can see these kinds of remodeling episodes as we go back to catastrophe tends to obscure and obliterate that existed before. And the catastrophe of the younger Dryas and the termination of the Pleistocene Odyssey was profoundly catastrophic. And it was and so, and as we go through this series, people will be able to get the sense themselves as we go through looking at vast areas that are now completely demolished and replaced. People will begin to get the sense, I think, that okay, so the question now becomes is how did anything actually endure across that transition? And a lot of critics have attacked the catastrophic scenarios because I think some of the catastrophic scenarios have been oversimplified. And then the critics will take those, kind of, it's the straw man thing. They will take those oversimplified scenarios and say, well, if it's an impact, it should have just been one thing all at once, and then it would have been all over. Whereas we actually see that the climate shifted several times, or the megafauna were already in decline before 12,000, which in some cases is true. Yes. But that doesn't rule out the possibility of a protracted series of events. And then we're going to get into analyzing that too. And we look at the neo-catastrophist ideas, which are the ideas that, impacts on the Earth are way more frequent than anybody had previously imagined. And when you begin to start paying attention to the amount of cosmic debris constantly seen flying by the Earth, it raises questions. It raises questions about frequency, raises questions about periodicity. When we look below our feet and we discovered that the planetary surface is literally pockmarked with hundreds of scars of great impacts. And when we understand that the record of biological life on planet Earth is one of constant, repeated interruptions with no particular explanation within the normal models of incremental Darwinian evolution through natural selection, right? When we look and realize now that there's been these repeated massive climate changes that have occurred in just a few years that are 10 times greater than what we've seen in the last 150 years, in spite of what certain factions are saying that we are in the midst of this unprecedented rapid climate change right now. These people have not studied paleoclimatology, so they're not aware of the fact that, at the Bowling Alarat Younger Dryas, there was an 18-degree Fahrenheit warming, perhaps it cold of the Younger Dryas wasn't some elongated, slow process. It was like that. See? So, how do we explain that stuff? Well, I think that right now we've got to come to terms with the fact that we are living on a vulnerable planet. And from time to time, this planet is susceptible to these catastrophic trigger events. And not only have these events caused the extinction of species in the biological record, they're probably also the cause of the extinction of civilizations.
Great way to put it.
You know?
Yeah, excellent summary. I think we've put up awesome foundation over the last couple episodes to launch forward from. That was a good exclamation point on it right there.
Was.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go beat my dogs. No, I love my dogs. I don't know where they've been.
Yeah, I haven't seen any white flags behind you.
Seriously quiet.
I haven't either. I guess they're being quiet.
Yeah.
Just be
Nah.
careful what you say about Electric Universe. You might get struck by a thunderbolt.
Well, listen, I think there's probably some really interesting stuff in the Electric Universe, and I'm gonna dive into it at some point. But I've also seen some stuff that immediately strikes me as being, wait a minute, you know. I read Velikovsky, which is, I think, if you ultimately go back to the source, we're going back to Velikovsky, and I absorbed myself into Velikovsky, decades ago. Some of the first catastrophist stuff I ever read in the early 70s was Velikovsky, and I will give Velikovsky credit for inspiring me to look further. And I think I've talked about this before. His book Earth in Upheaval was a very good compilation of what was actually available within the scientific record in the mid-50s that supported the idea of catastrophic events in Earth history. And he drew upon geology, he drew upon anthropology, he drew upon paleontology, he drew upon mythology, and I think all of that was valid. And all of that was extremely useful for coming up with an idea and a recognition that there have been catastrophic episodes in Earth history.
He was asking the right questions.
He was asking the right questions. And he attempted to explain that as we got off into this astrophysics that sort of became his Achilles heel, and all of the critics just savaged him over those ideas. Because, you see, he actually described that the evidence for comets wasn't a comet, it was Venus. That Venus was the comet, see? And that Venus was ejected from Jupiter. And of course, now it's been decades since I read Velikovsky, but Venus was ejected from Jupiter, and I think, if I recall, the great red eye of Jupiter was where Venus was ejected, and it came in through the solar system, made some close passages by Earth, and then somehow settled down into this almost perfectly circular orbit. It's an elliptical orbit, but it's very low in eccentricity, which if you're talking about chaos theory would not support that. It would support the idea that Venus would essentially just get thrown back out into deep space, and that would be the end of it. Right? But see, what Velikovsky didn't understand is his thought about comets is, well, a comet is, look at Halley, it's 10 miles in diameter, it's 10 nucleons, right? Well, a comet then is too small to cause global damage in the scale, the epic scale that he was looking at. So he had to come up with something grander than a simple comet, right? What we know about comets now is, if a comet strikes the Earth and it's moving at 10 or 20 times the speed of a rifle bullet when it impacts impacts, boom, that is a extraordinary kinetic punch. And if you have a giant comet, and we're going to review some of this, we'll start with some of this next episode. The idea that the younger Dryas comet was perhaps 100 kilometers in diameter, right? And then it begins to undergo a hierarchy of fragmentation. See, that creates a whole other scenario, right? And if under that model, there could be multiple impacts on Earth, either simultaneously or spread out over a number of millennia.
Right, and if a bunch of pieces fell into the sun, and then we got hit by coronal mass ejections, now you have your electricity,
Yeah. So
storms, and
yeah, and we're going to look at solar storms too, and some interesting new evidence about sun grazing comets, which to me could be one of the key things tying a lot of these ideas together. So,
Man,
good plan. And is there anything else can be said? I want to say this. I want to give a shout out to all the Patreon subscribers out there. This is great work. We are definitely going to come up with something for you guys. Pulling up some of the comments. It's been suggested that we should address some of the comments, and I would like to do that. Some great comments. Run the gamut. So we should look at some of those. And we are coming up with some really good ideas for things to try to raise a little the resources to kick this whole stuff up to the next level. Yeah, we want to kick it to the next level. And I think that next level is going to be really interesting. And we want everybody who's listening to come along with us.
right.
Big old bus.
We're gonna need a big bus. Very large bus. And it'll be blue, a blue bus. You at the back of the blue bus.
Bus driver guy.
yeah, thanks so much to everybody for your support, your comments, engaging in the conversation on the YouTubes. We are all reading those comments, and
Absolutely.
fun. So I'm actually starting to reply to some of them. Some people have some good points and good questions. No, I'm trying to staying away from fights.
All right.
I'm trying to be nice in the chats.
Okay.
But no, people
Take the high road.
people have asked some good questions about.
I want to go there and delve into that and address that question. But gosh, I just
Bunch of them.
a bunch of them. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take it a bite at a time here. But the plan is to keep doing this for a while. So as we do, hopefully we'll be able to get around to addressing more and more of this stuff. And there will be field trips coming up. So we'll be talking about those when they begin to manifest. So we're always looking for good team members.
That's right. And also, I think so. At some point in the future, we are planning on being able to some occasionally doing live streams.
Yeah.
In those cases, people will be able to come into the live chat,
Yep.
which we'll be able to see while we're doing it, and then people can ask questions. And there's ways to do that where it's very interactive.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be able to ask questions through the text chat, and we can see everything live. That's a great question. That'll be fun. Hopefully we'll get up that capability at some point soon.
That's right. We're working towards that. That's right. We want people to be involved in real time. Yeah, so grateful to all the fans and the people that are consistently listening, and just some incredible input of places that we should go, and we compared this to that, and so many different things to investigate. I'm really pleased that people are out there, studying these things on their own and have some original input.
Right. And you guys can get a hold of us. As you know, Cosmography at 1 randallcarlson618@gmail.com. Send us emails there. We do check them, and we will be getting to the questions eventually, like we said. Also, support the show if you're not already at patreon.com/Randall Carlson. Also, Geocosmic Rex has a Patreon as well. So if you want to help Brad out with the video, he's got a lot of videos up on Geocosmic Rex, and you can support him there too. All goes to the same cause, except that one doesn't go directly into Randall's wallet. That's right. Close.
Brad can do whatever he wants with that money.
Whatever he wants.
Whoa. Wait a minute. What? Say what?
This is quickly becoming full time. So if I'm not working, I got to get some income somewhere. So I hate to count on that, but I'm very appreciative that people do want to kick in and support it.
Yeah, he can fill up his gas tank so that he can go pick up Randall, so that they can go on a field.
That's right.
Yes.
Gotta give him
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, everybody. So yeah, contribute. We'll start a gas fund for Brad. Gas money.
I'll take it.
That's right.
Thank
So
you,
we
thank
got
you, thank
t-shirts and other swag coming soon. And let's see what else.
Our logo here.
Yes, our logo
Better
here.
on the black. You got it right there, Russ.
It'll be right here. Put it here, Brad. Video.
And then Brad, have you told him yet about you're going to get the logo tattooed onto your head? You told him about that yet? Oh, sorry. I wasn't. Oh, sorry.
First time I get to say that to you. Randall, shush. We're gonna get to that.
Oh, sorry.
All right, guys. Great show, guys. Next week.
Good stuff. Thanks, gentlemen.
Night, everyone.
That's great. This is Cosmo Raptors, the Randall Carlson podcast.
Of Sattva. Why? Because we've been sleeping fine. If it holds its synced. Just welcome to your mom's house.
Morning.
We're here. We're queer. We're not going anywhere.
Please do not use gendered language. That might be my favorite drop in the recent years.
Really?
Yeah, that one, because I don't know if you guys know this, but to get warmed up for the show, Tom will play drops from the board and we kind of go down memory lane.
No, that's so gay.
And nothing makes me laugh every time, like the point of personal privilege people.
Yeah.
That one,
do not use gendered language.
such a stupid thing.
It's so gay.
It's gay, it's retarded.
Fully retarded.
And that always makes me laugh too. But I've laughed at that word since I was a little kid. Like, remember when you learned that word in the schoolyard and you were like, oh, I'm going to use this word forever. It's so funny. And then,
It's great. It's a great word.
it kind of is.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Garth.
Don't be retarded.
Don't be retarded.
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 You are completely retarded.
That one's cool because she's teaching people how to speak English.
She is.
Retarded.
And that's the day we had the computer say it, which was even better.
There's all kinds of good stuff in here, man.
Yeah. I'm retarded. Yeah. Can I tell you about last discussion about washes? I wash my legs and my feet in the shower.
Did you really? Yeah, so you sat down, like you sat on the bench.
I still forgot what that girl said. You know? So I lifted
Bent down.
one leg up at a time, and then I balanced. So like still have a bum ankle.
You have a bench in the shower.
I know, I'm an idiot. I forgot, but it's cold. I don't want to sit on the cold bench. And then I washed my feet, but then the problem is you put your foot down and then it's all slippery because there's soap on it. There's soap on the shower, so I'm opposed to it still.
Ta-ta there, retard.
Well, did you try it even yet?
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, you're just anti
I'm not
leg
black.
washes.
I'm not gonna fucking wash my legs and feet.
You think that's just a black people thing?
Clearly.
Well, any
The only one here who took the day off washes his legs and feet. No, I don't think it's a black thing. I think using a washcloth is important more. I think that washing your legs and feet is for black people.
I agree. I think the washcloth is a poor person thing. Because
I've only met poors who use them. I've never met.
Wait, but is it also European? Because I have European friends that do it as well.
Maybe they're poor. I don't know.
I don't know. But we never did in my house.
No,
there
it's
was no time
disgusting.
for that.
I know. I've ended friendships when I saw a washcloth. I'm serious. I don't want that stink on me.
Yeah.
That like poor stink.
Yeah. But I don't understand. I guess it is just so that you don't have to touch your hands to your genitals.
We don't have that much soap to go around.
Is that the utility, or is the utility like I don't have to touch my bare butt, my bare genitals, my bare? I think it's more of a puritanically rooted thing of like I don't want to touch my bits.
I mean,
Let's Google it. Why do people use washcloths? I'm not sure I understand the utility.
It's like, why do people buy hot dogs from 7-Eleven?
I know.
It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, people are just retarded.
They can help provide exfoliation.
Yeah.
The ranges from gentle to intense. You can easily control the amount of pressure you use. You know, if you're notably poor, you can save money.
Now, a loofah is rich people stuff.
Yeah.
That
makes it makes the suds come out more. It's like super soapy.
Yeah, and I feel like that's more your jam.
Yeah. I mean, I do them one use only. I throw them away. But I
A
still,
loofah,
yeah.
you're supposed to use those more than once for sure.
Don't care. I just buy another one.
Wow, you are rich.
Let's see. Oh, they can harbor
Yeah.
mold and germs and bacteria, something that the pores don't even acknowledge.
Yeah.
In addition to various strains of bacteria, what is it? Hoops? Can also harbor yeast.
Oh, yeah. This is why I'm against washcloths or loofahs, really, because they do harbor they're moldy.
Here we go. This is about hand wash. Okay. Pros: cleaning your body with your hands has advantages. You can obviously cleanse your skin with your hands anytime, unless your hands are rough. You receive a gentle, mild cleanse. Great for those with sensitive skin. So whatever doctor recommends, then you're stopping with your hands over a shower before. Or washcloth. That's a CEO board certified dermatologist. Maybe consider that. The one thing that hands don't do particularly well, exfoliation. Okay, what? I mean, the verdict, use your hands. That's the verdict.
I think so. That's perfectly.
If you want to use a washcloth, just live outside. That's what it's basically saying.
Live outside.
Live under a bridge and get a washcloth. That's essentially what the article says.
I mean, but who wants to launder those washcloths as well, Tom?
Yeah.
One more thing to fucking put in the laundry? No
Let's
thanks.
open the show. You ready to
Sure,
go?
sure,
Let's do it.
Hey guys, the guy I thought was my boyfriend turned out to be a sexual predator. So I called the police on him. They wanted to arrest him. Alright.
Hey guys.
Welcome to Mom's House.
Mom's house.
I gotta tell you. I hate to admit it, but you were right.
It's time to shit.
I gotta go to the
I
bathroom.
fucking knew it. Can I tell you guys, before we were taping, the dog was standing here, and Tom squirted out some nasty squirrely farts. And I go, you better go dump. And you're like, no. I go, you better shit now, because then you're just going to have to pause when we're recording. I could tell. You're like my infant, like my newborn. I can tell just by the farts what's going to happen any moment. The cries. I know you. I know you, man. So fucking, I was so go shit. You're never not shitting. This is what I was saying on the last time when we had our contest. You're always ramping up to shit, discussing the shit you just had.
All right, I will be
shit.
back.
Yeah.
All done.
All done.
You were right.
That was
You were
right. Now, Yana, had we had this moment on last episode when we had our little contest, you would have lost.
Someone's a gambler and someone's not. Let me ask a quick
little
question.
upset.
Whose idea was it to put wet wipes in the toilet?
I don't know. I just came in one day and they were there all of a sudden. That's a nice addition, I think. It was Ryan. Smart Ryan.
Smart Ryan? Really game changed?
Completely. I mean, we're not home, so I don't have the wonderful washlet. It just cleans out my whole asshole. So to have flushable wipes at work,
It's a big deal.
amazing.
I started purchasing them at airports now when I have my horrendous
Yeah,
dumps.
I told you to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy I thought was my boyfriend turned out to be a sexual predator.
I thought that TikTok was gonna go. She starts off with, "Hey guys," I thought it was gonna be like, "I found a new recipe for blueberry muffins," and it was that instead.
Also, I just noticed that you have to read it the other way. That she has a cool fun sign on her wall. Alcohol because I can't read. I don't. It's not big enough. Something begins with.
No great story begins with someone
Eating a salad.
Eating a salad.
Not true.
She put that, by the way, that's like in her living room. You know, like there's those framed photos of family, and then she's like, alcohol.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Clear message what our hobbies are.
Yeah. I love my kids, and I love to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I was listening to Pajama Pants, Rob Eiler, and
Yeah.
Jamie, and
Yeah.
I knew I'd throw a podcast. And they were going through people's profiles, like singles profiles.
Yeah.
And it was alarming at how many people had drinks in their hands and their pictures. And like, I love drinking. Sunday brunch, I get hammered. And you're like, don't put that in your profile. It's a hobby. Drinking shouldn't be a hobby.
This is how much of a. Remember how you said I was 40 when I was 22?
Yeah.
This is how much of a. When I was 21, I lived in D.C. I was working in D.C. for a short while, you know? And my cousin set me up with a girl from Buda, which is
Puerto Rico?
So I get on the phone with her, and she's, you know, she's just like, oh, how are you? You know, I've never met her, anything. And she goes, yeah, like, you want to go out, like, just get some drink? You want to go drinking? You want to get some drink? She kept saying it, and I was like, nah.
Too many.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think so. I think I think we have different interests. I was 21 years old.
Yeah, and you sense that because it was like go drinking
Well,
versus
yeah, and
getting
she
a
and
drink.
what I sensed was like you're just like a hey, like let's get some more drinks, and I was just already repulsed. I was like, we're not gonna have a good time. I'm not gonna like you, just so you know. I basically told her I know I won't like you, so let's just not meet. You know?
That's great.
Yeah.
Because
And he told me she was very attractive, and that wasn't even enough
to be like,
to get over what a fucking dipshit I thought she was.
The booze.
Yeah. We talked twice on the phone. And the second time, I was like, you're fucking dumber than I thought you were.
wow, I can't believe I made the cut.
Yeah. She was like, let's go out drinking. You want to get some drinks? Because I know a place we can get drinks. You know? Fucking loser.
That's what she sounds like now. That's probably what she sounds like.
Well, yeah, that was 20-some years ago. So.
Yeah. If she's drinking, there's a distinction between
Drink, you know a place we get drink, we go to areas drink, and they've got good bars, we can get some drinks there. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Relax.
Yeah.
It was like, remember when we lived by the beach in California? We lived in Redondo.
Oh my God. Beach towns are booze bag central.
All they did.
Hermosa, Redondo, and Manhattan, right? That's the South Bay.
Yeah.
And they're actually spread out, right? Like, I mean, meaning they're all next to each other, but there's the beach part, and then you go inland. But if you are near the beach, it's just drunks. Drunks like the water and the sand. And
they love beach.
You just always see somebody in flip-flops, board shorts, and a hoodie who's like,
all time.
hey! And you're like, how's it going?
Love it. And we even had neighbors. You know when you have a thought that you think about once a week. I think about this thought. We had a neighbor, two ladies who lived. Our house was in between. Okay.
Yeah.
One lady would go over to the other lady's house around 10 a.m. and then start drinking, and they would drink together all day. Now, one of those ladies was in really good shape.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I was like, how are you this fit? Because I know you like to party with so-and-so. And she's like, well, that's why I run 5 miles a day. I mean, why do you think I run? So I can drink an entire bottle
So I
of
can
wine.
drink all the time.
And I always think about that cool logic.
I think the funny thing, yeah.
So that I can destroy my body.
I can get fucked up. I've had contempt for drunks my whole life, you know, and I don't know what the origin of it is, but you know, even in college, I didn't like, you know, of course I've been drunk. I don't want to make it sound like
You're a good drunk, by the way.
Yeah.
You're the most fun.
I'm a good drunk.
You are a
But I never like people that like, I feel like drunks, you know, they ruin everything. Like they just ruin. And oddly enough, I got into a line of work where you just deal with drunks. So my contempt for them has grown. My disdain for drunks has grown over the last 20 years because I work in a field that just deals with drunks. Even with, like, I have not been an audience member in a long time. We went to see Chris Rock, and we saw drunks. Oh yeah, this is like when I'm on stage. What's going on over there? And then security came by, the police came by, throw them out. And of course it takes you out of the show. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? And you see other people, you shut up. And what is the one common denominator? Just alcohol. Just too much alcohol.
Too much.
And there's just a mess, right? There's just, yeah, and I think if you work in a field like in ours, there's just a thing you're just gonna have towards those people, like towards drunks, you know. So like it's definitely just been a thing. Where,
and can you imagine too, like Chris Rock? You're gonna go see Chris Rock, and you bought your tickets months ago, and a lot of people came so dressed up. I'll never forget how good that audience.
Yeah, everybody was dressed up.
Beautiful women looked great. Everyone wore their outfits, and then to have your entire night.
You know what they were doing too? It was the worst.
Not cool.
It wasn't heckling. Drunks just end up having conversations.
Oh yeah.
So they're just
chatting.
Yeah, they're just sitting there going like, no, Jessica was yellow. And then the people would turn around. I remember because the girl there was like, can you please stop talking?
Yeah.
Sorry. No. No, she said she was gonna go the way. And they just go right back to it.
Right back to it. And then they get irate when you try to shush
Yeah, like,
them.
why are you?
God, I'm just trying to shut it. You shut it. Oh boy, here we go.
You've got back-to-back meetings, errands to run, and chores to take care of. What's the secret to clearing your to-do list? A little help from DoorDash. You can get dinner, household essentials, and everything on your grocery list delivered. Along with the restaurants you love, you can now get groceries and other essential items delivered with DoorDash. Get drinks, snacks, over 300,000 partners. You can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, Cheesecake Factory. With DoorDash, you're not just getting the things you love, but supporting the community you love too. For a limited time, our listeners can get 50% off their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code HOUSE. That's 50% off your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the code HOUSE. Don't forget, that's code HOUSE for 50% off your first order with DoorDash. Subject to change, terms apply.
Speaking of entertaining drunks, I'd like to plug my dates now. This would be a great opportunity. Also, I've noticed that Instagram has, what is it, blacklisted me? What is that? Shadow danced me? That people can't, I'm telling you, at the Christina P. You follow me. Okay, ChristinaPOnline.com for my dates. Here are my dates. Breast Balls Beach, January 20th and 21st. In your Addison, Texas, February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Portland, Oregon, March 31st. April 1st, Schroner Park, California. April Chicago, Jizinoy. April 30th, Milwaukee,
Just like the gays.
Wisconsin. May 13th in Cumming, Charlestown, West Virginia. At the Christina P on Instagram. Don't let the man stop you from finding me.
It's good. That was good. That was real good. Well, speaking of drunks,
I cannot get over those drops from the last episode. It made me unwell.
We were talking about drunks and how much it is fun to laugh at them and you know,
make fun of their brain damage.
Yeah,
and stuff.
laugh at the holes in their brain and the stupid shit they say, and know that you're better than them. And then we found that dude last week, whatever it was, a couple weeks ago. This fucking piece of shit. And then you know, we ended up finding the other fucking Irish that guy. And then it reminded me, I was like, oh, what about the other fucking piece of shit? This fucking loser from also a few years ago. Joe Kelly.
What?
Joe with the hat in the middle here. Oh, this guy.
What does the reopening of the pub
this guy
mean to you?
It means a lot because we keep the tradition, singing, music, and everything like that. And we have dancing and everything. That's what we do. That's what we set some tango,
It's fucking 8 in the morning. He's right at the bar.
Well, Mike, the question, she was like, what is this club's culture? What does it mean to you? And he's like, we're keeping up the culture of what?
Drunks.
Of what? You're just drunk.
And you missed the pub when it burnt down, you missed the baby, I'd say.
That nose is...
Oh, I mean, this is 60 years of drinking every day. So you're, you know.
Does it rot your teeth out, too? I imagine the lack of nutrition.
Maybe.
Oh, fuck.
You want to see?
He's wearing a Harry Potter sorting hat.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Which house do you think is?
Oh wow.
Young drunks.
Yeah, a guy who hasn't yet fucking turned over. Yeah.
Go get your pints. You gotta drink your pints. They love drinking their pints, guys. That's
They
all
do,
they
man.
fucking do. Jesus Christ. Could you imagine? That's all you do. That's a big pub culture over there, right? You get off work, go to the pub, do anything. You meet at the pub. The pub is really a cultural. It is. It's where they go.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Americans don't even have the excuse of like, well, it's the pub. We all go there. We just drink in our houses like losers.
Yeah.
At least these guys have friends.
Yeah, they have a community. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, a bunch of other alcoholics.
Yeah.
They drink.
I drink with my friends.
Yeah. Other losers that I kick out. They lose their teeth.
I found a cool guy. Where's this cool guy? Where's the rock cool guy? What's his called? Oh, rock cool guy. Okay. This is a guy. He's definitely a drunk. But he's not drunk in this. You know what I mean? Like as soon as I saw him, I was like, this guy drinks all day and night, and he recorded this. You tell me if you make them understand why.
Boys and girls. I done stacked me up some rocks, man. Well, I got bored. Just look down. It's hard as hell to do that. Rocks are white. I think I'll leave it here for you to enjoy.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Now, I know that.
Such a Florida guy.
I was just gonna say, where is this piece of shit from?
Oh, he's from Florida.
Because that
I've
now.
met this guy about 250
Right.
times. Yeah.
It is funny because I always think about our discussion of like Florida garbage, and this guy is 100%
Florida piece of shit. Yes.
And okay, let me see if I can guess why. Number one, the dolphin necklace. They always have stupid jewelry on it, like a bad dumb necklace.
Always a bad, dumb fucking necklace, for
Yeah,
sure.
and then it's the shades. Like those are such Florida garbage.
Yeah.
Sunglasses.
$3.
Yeah.
Sun-kissed hair. Collection for sure. He's very amused by his rocks. Look at the schnoz.
Oh, it's potato.
That's a fucking. He got that with straight up gin. He just poured gin into his nose for 30 minutes, and that nose grew.
And then because he's so hammered, he doesn't put sunblock on.
I'll say this
Skin's
though,
all leathery.
as a boyfriend, not demanding. He's actually a decent boyfriend.
When he's not beating you and he's not drunk.
I don't think he's
You
violent.
think he gets angry?
I don't think he's violent. He's just, you know what he's gonna do?
I know what he's gonna do.
He's not gonna be where he said he was gonna be.
Yeah.
He's not gonna remember your birthday or anything.
Right. Where's Dirk? He's never gonna show up for.
But you know what? He's not gonna ask about it either.
No.
So,
But he will mouth off.
yeah, he's mouthy.
He'll be like, you stupid bitch. He's not as thin as he used to be.
He's a good guy when you're like, you know what? I don't want to get married. I just want a companion that knows how to fish.
Dumb companion, yeah.
And who every once in a while has a bag of coke. And just, yeah, he's a good time, man. You know what he hates? Work.
Oh, this guy's never had a job day in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I was working on it. You know, what'd they do? We're working.
Someone else fall while he's
They're also having you weren't there. Yeah. And all these rocks now, though.
right. because he's spending all his time balancing those rocks on top of
He
it.
got good at that. Imagine if he applied that to scrubbing barnacles off the bottom of a boat. Yeah, still have a gig.
And they're always, Florida trash too is really skinny.
Yeah.
They're not like these type of garbage Floridians
Yeah.
are just where they're always like rail thin. Is it like drugs, meth, and stuff?
It's all that. He can't even get sunburned, this guy. He's got so many layers of burned skin.
That's another Florida culture. Yeah, always the beach walker, always razor thin like that, and then leathered as shit, right? Like super leathery, and they just walk the beach.
I would love to ask this guy, what's the longest stretch of time you've been sober?
No.
That you can remember. He'd be like, what year was I born?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, this guy.
You think he's good in bed?
He passes out. He's got a limp dick from
That's true.
booze.
Yeah, he's got
He's into drugs and a good time more than he is into his dick at this point. Like, he doesn't even give a shit about his hair. Like, he's like bad.
Yeah.
The dolphin necklace is such a time. That's when I was like, I'm like, that guy's Florida. The dolphin necklace?
Yeah.
That is strictly Florida.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You know what's so funny too is that I always picture your sisters. They make me laugh so hard because you guys are not Florida.
Well, we moved there. We're not Floridians.
Not
really.
of there. Yeah. So you guys culturally are not that way at all. I love it when I was like, I just hear your sister's voices. Your sister's being like, yeah, it's fucking gross. Trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not your
We're still not.
No.
I think they've been there 25 years and they're still not considered Floridians.
Not at all.
Same thing, by the way. A lot of places are like that. You know, when you go to I feel like when you go to Maine, you realize that what a person from Maine is like. And I'm not bagging on them. I'm just saying it's so distinct. They're so clearly their own thing.
Mainians.
That you're a visitor, you know. And I think like there's a real Florida type that is like native to Florida. You know who's a Floridian? Is Big Dumb Steve, my friend.
Totally.
He's a Floridian.
Big Dumb Steve, and he's like the best though.
Yeah, he's sweet.
He's
He's a sweet version.
He's so Floridian.
He's the best Florida has to offer.
That's so true. Yeah.
Just the biggest guy. We can
Like,
Yeah.
I really would like to know like why it really makes me laugh to know that they've given themselves brain damage. Like that you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
This is
It's self-imposed. Yeah.
It's crazy that you would let yourself be like, I don't fucking care.
Some people have a real distinction for when it's funny and when it's not. And it's like, for instance, if you do something to yourself, they'll go, that's funny. But if you see somebody get tied up with some machinery and twisted around and the body fell apart, then they get upset. Because they didn't do it to themselves.
Yeah, that guy's just trying to make a living. Jeez.
That guy's doing his job.
Yeah. We finally figured out the line on Horrible or Hilarious. And it was really
I don't know if we figured it out.
Chad Daniels, who was like, it's mountain versus man. Mountain's gonna win.
Yeah, he did get
That was a
that.
good distinction, man. Would you like to do some Would You Rather?
Yes, I haven't done this in a long time.
Now, this is because of my viewing of Wednesday, that TV show that I love, and there's a character on there.
Yeah.
Who's super tall. Like
Super tall?
Super tall, but she's super pretty.
Super tall and super pretty? Is she legit tall or just like an effect for the show?
I think in real life she's super tall. Because I've seen her in press junkets.
What's her name?
It's a lady. I don't know. Can you look it up on Netflix? It's Wednesday, super tall. It's the principal character. Mrs. Weems. That's her, Gwendolyn Christie. Like, she's super pretty. And I'm pretty sure she's
6'3". Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. But look how pretty she is. Like, she's rad, and she's all British and stuff. And
She's rad and British?
yeah, like, she's like super cool, like her outfit. And, like, she's rad, she's got powers. Like,
She's
rad.
very
But she's
God
6'3". So it got me to thinking. Would you rather be 6'3", too tall,
Or
or
man.
too short? as a man.
6'3" is great for a man.
But let's say, hold on, let's take it up higher. Like, what's freakishly tall for a man?
For a man,
7.
well, that's super freaky. But also, life gets like really uncomfortable. I'd say for men who are 6'6". 6'6" is super tall, but like over that, you're already in a really small percentage.
Yeah.
95% of the population is 6'4" or up.
So let's say you're 6'9".
That's horrible.
It's horrible, and your life is like crouching down.
Yeah.
Everything's custom made. You can't fit in.
And you can't be good at basketball.
You're just freakishly large. So would you rather be freakishly large or a man, but like
Freakishly large. Yeah, because I'm gonna find some. There is some swag in being super tall. Like some women are gonna absolutely dig it. Of course, they'll dig you being super short. But as a man that's lived in this world, I'd rather be a little too tall than a little shorter.
yeah, that's true. I guess I'd rather be too short as a woman.
Yeah, that's a plus because I know a lot of dudes like short women. You know, and they get like they're bothered by. You know, they feel threatened by taller women. A lot of guys are like that. I never had that. I dated a couple super tall chicks.
I've dated a short guy.
Yeah,
Short kings. They're fine.
That should never bother me at all.
Yeah, I'm not too hung up on that.
And I don't mind like even a tall woman who wears heels and now she's like sitting like it doesn't. I don't feel bothered by it or weird by it at all.
Yeah, I'm not really. I'll tell you what my thing is because I'm not so much on like. I like a little chunky. I don't like too skinny. My judgment is more about teeth.
Yeah.
Like, truly. Like that's what I zone in on. It's not so much height. Weight,
By
it's
the way,
teeth.
I would date the 6'3".
Oh, she's great.
I mean
So
like
pretty.
her. Of course she's beautiful and talented. I'm just saying like her being 6'3" would not put me off.
That wouldn't put you off.
No.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I think tall is beautiful. I think it's a. I mean, I've dated 2 girls that were 5 feet tall, and I just think that you just click with what you click with.
Yeah.
So I'm not put off by super tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that tall.
And is this her?
You know what you
Is
should
this
do?
the- or
You
is
should
this
pat
it?
yourself on the back for being like that. You even talk to super tall people.
Let's see. Can I can't really see her. Like,
Look
on
her up
these-
in Wednesday. Google her in Wednesday because I like her whole aesthetic, and you'll see why. She and I share an aesthetic.
That's her?
Bleach, like white hair, red lip. She's very, I like her whole steez.
I assume she's been in a bunch of other stuff too.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
She was in Game of Thrones. That's what she's most
Oh.
known for, and Star Wars too.
Oh, she does a lot of like special effects
Character
stuff.
stuff,
Okay.
yeah.
Very cool.
So there's that one.
She can get it.
She can get it. Yeah, she's gorgeous. I like her. Okay, and then I thought, what's worse?
Is that your would you rather? Would you rather be tall or short?
Too tall or too short?
Okay. Took this one a little easy, I guess. Okay. All right.
They can't all be winners.
That's true. That's true.
But what's worse? Forgetting to put on deodorant or not brushing your teeth. You know when you...
Yeah. Those are good. This is a good one. Yeah,
Well, thanks.
Yeah, the first one was absolutely disastrous. but
Hey,
let's
you know
go.
what?
Hold on.
You lost the shitting burping contest today.
There wasn't a contest today.
Should have been.
Okay. That's a good one.
Thank you.
So, finally. Here's the thing about let's walk through the logic. The deodorant is bothersome, but you'll forget. Like you can go, I didn't put it on, and like you're just gonna surprise yourself. You know what I mean? It's kind of a surprise. You know what I mean? Like you'll be distracted, you'll be in conversations, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden you might just go, oh my god, right? Like you get a whiff for some reason, you know, but you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And so, but it feels like it's your secret.
It's
you know?
your secret.
It really does.
Yeah.
I feel like the mouth doesn't leave you. If you don't brush, you know right away you didn't. And then your mouth has that taste, that feeling that it doesn't go away. The deodorant thing, you forget that you didn't have it on. So I'd rather deal with that because I'll just know, like, well, I'm not gonna walk around with my arms up. You know, I've gone to the gym.
that's the word on the street.
I'm just like, I can't help it. I grind so hard. I can't do it. My stink goes through my nose. But yeah, I think I would definitely. What would you take?
See, okay, if I don't put on deodorant, I'm thinking about it all day. Like, I remember when we recorded your mom's house. Like, I'm not super sweaty, but I do obsess over it because I'm gonna be worried that I stink. So I'm gonna choose the deodorant. I would rather not have brushed my teeth fully because then I can chew gum and like mask it. Because I brush my teeth a lot, so it's like if I kind of not skip, but like a lazy brush, I'll be okay. But I get more nervous about not wearing deodorant because I don't like how it feels to sweat. I don't like feeling the wetness there.
Yeah.
And then getting paranoid about the smells. Like, it's the worst when you, like, I've been on the treadmill and you're like,
Deodorant.
yeah, and I'm alone in the house. And I go,
Seriously?
yeah, because I get really upset.
Don't you get a little excited if you build a smell to smell it?
No, not with the armpits, no.
Oh, that's one of my favorite ones.
That's the one you like to build the most?
It's like, if I didn't wear deodorant and I'm not sweaty, I gotta be dry. Later I'm like, ooh, that smells. Then I want to just kind of keep smelling it. You know?
You know what I hate the most? No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and you're like,
no, I know what you're saying. Let's see how far this can go.
Yeah, and then I get kind of bummed out that it doesn't smell that much.
Yeah, you want to go further in the smell.
More.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'll wake up and I won't shower. And I won't put on deodorant and I'll work out. And I'm like, I'm too smelly. I don't like this. Sometimes I'll wake up, shower, work out, shower again. Because I hate that, like, funky sweats.
Which race do you think smells the worst?
I mean, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. I think the white, like super healthy vegan, like those people probably smell the worst. Because you're not eating a balanced diet.
You're talking about the city of Portland.
Yes. Honestly, I think, yeah, crunchy bags that are like, I don't use aluminum deodorant.
Embrace woke ideology.
100%. And like, oh, you know how you can treat a yeast infection? You can treat it naturally by putting yogurt in your pussy. Like, that's not how you treat that. Yeah, like those people that are like, oh, you know how to ward off a cold? Eat garlic cloves.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. It's gonna make you smell.
Gargle urine.
Yeah.
Those
people smell the worst. I mean, because all this stuff is cultural. Like, when I ate a bunch of Indian food, theoretically, he should have smelled like that. But he didn't. He made my whole house smell like that. So I don't know.
Well, you know who else smells terrible?
Yeah.
We keep up the tradition, singing, music, and everything. That we have down feeling.
It's neat that the kids get to know that too.
You know why? Because their region is not as effective anymore. Their senses kind of fade.
Yeah, you kill them.
And also, it's not a priority anymore because there's just always more.
Which race do you think is wait, what? Okay. I will say Europeans in the summer. Bitches with their pits.
I'll say this. I'll say this. I'm not saying that, I mean, everybody can smell, obviously. I've never, like, had an encounter with, like, a stinky Asian woman, ever, in my life.
You know what? The Asian guy that I dated, never caught a whiff. He'd never stank either. Like, I don't think.
Maybe because they're less hair. And hair traps sweat and smells.
What you do smell garlic through everything. Like, I'm saying, like, smells like garlic.
Gotcha.
That's a cultural, like.
I will say, in public, you know who always has. This is not a natural thing. This is products but who always has like the nicest smells to them. Black women.
Yeah, they do smell nice.
They
yeah.
always smell like they have like fresh something on. It's
products.
yeah, lotions.
French. I've been in France. I think Europeans fucking stink because I've been in the Middle East in like the middle of summer, and you would think because they're wearing like the robe, the white, the men are wearing, and it's 130, the women are covered. I didn't catch a whiff of it.
Yeah, but if you go to like hang out with Greeks and the Italians,
Alexa, turn on the Vizio TV.
Do you think Italians? Really? You smelled Italians?
Oh, sure, it's hairy and sweaty.
Yeah, hairy and gross.
Hairy and gross. Sniff that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've smelled stinky Spaniards, Italians.